Hello traders, this is Mike Billion. Today is October 18, 2014, and let's talk about the market. Everybody has the same question. Are we gonna bounce from here? Or this is just a dead cat bounce and we're gonna still going down and break down the 180 and go to 170 and 1 in the spider? Well, that's the question everybody has. Right now, the spider looks like it bounced near the major uptrend channel, but there is a number you need to write down. It was resisting back in May, it was resisting in April, it was resisting in June, and right here you can tell it break out right here. So this is the level, the Fibonacci level you need to watch, 189.27. If you are conservative and you want to wait for the 200, yeah, you can wait for that one. It's only 190.67. It's only away $1 or something. So these are the levels. If you see the spider breaking out the level and finish the day about the level, you can start going long, but very light since DMI is still bearish and strong. So you can use, if you break out finish, you can enter long and use the 189.27 as your stop loss, because if we going down again, we might break down and go to 170. Now let's talk about Apple. Apple is reporting Monday after market close. There's nothing to see in the chart. Usually when you see a chart before the market is, before the company is going to report, it doesn't say anything. You break down here, it is retesting the breakdown on this triangle wedge. So everything is about the report. If the report is good, we're gonna go to 103, 105. If it's bad, we're gonna go to 88, probably 85. So let's wait for the report. I'm long on Apple, but I'm gonna buy some puts because from here is anything can happen. Now let's talk about Amazon. Amazon also is reporting. I think it's on Thursday or Wednesday. So my thinking is, if we break down 190, this is gonna go easily to 260, and the other level for target, if the report is good, is 350. This one can rally to 350 or 290, 260. So those are the targets. I'm gonna play the earnings on Amazon right here. There's nothing to trade. It's just waiting for the report. Now let's talk about APA, Apache Corporation. This one went down too fast, so I'm gonna put this one on my watch list for this week, since I'm thinking about getting long and use the 68 level as my stop loss. Huge divergence on the DMI, so we're gonna get a bounce or we're gonna get a pause. So when you trade divergence, usually on the DMI, it pause, physiology pause and break down, or another probability that it's gonna bounce. Being this down for so many days so fast, I think that this is gonna go to 84 and then continue down. Now let's talk about the burrito company. Is also reporting Monday after market close, and my thinking is that we can get an easily break down to 450 or we can get to 700. I'm gonna play the earnings on this one. I have been playing the earnings and we made a lot of money before with this one playing the earnings. So I'm gonna put this one on my watch list for Monday and get a strangle or a straddle on this one. So now let's talk about First Solar. This is another one that is on my watch list since is at this major support trend line and Fibonacci, which is the 38.2 retracement, and it will be nice to get long right here with a tight stop at 50. This one bounced, but it's still bearish in DMI, so we need to watch if this bounce is real. And if you're more conservative and you want to wait, you can wait for 59 or 60 to get long. But this one is still bullish on on price, but DMI is bearish, and we need to see momentum to see if we can continue making higher highs. Now let's talk about GMCR. GMCR, as you can see here, is in this wedge right here. Is gonna report soon, so is gonna still moving right here until report. So I'm gonna play the earnings on this one too. this is another one that you need to put in your watch list for earnings because it's gonna make a big move. It's gonna go either to 150, 160, or it's gonna break down to 100 or probably 83, depending on the forecast for the company. Now let's talk about Google. Google, I think it just it didn't break down after the earnings report just because the market was in a rally mode um, from the bounce, and it helped Google. But I think it's gonna go to 500. That's my thinking. It's gonna go to 500. That's a major support, and you can use that level to go long. Right here, I don't know if we're gonna continue up, depending on the market, but I will think about going long at around 500. If 500 doesn't hold, I think we're gonna go to 481, 450. So use the 500 level as your key level to enter long and to use that level as your stop. Now let's talk about Inovio Pharmaceutical. This is a Ebola trade that I have been doing and it's doing fine. We entered around $11.30. It's up $1 already, but I'm thinking about looking to see right here at 13, since every time it goes to the top of this triangle wedge, it failed. So if it goes to 13, I'm gonna be watching to see if I can close half and watch to see if it's gonna break out, or we can close the whole position and wait to buy it at the bottom around $10. But it's getting close to 13, but DMI is very bullish and we can break out since my target is $15 or $14. Now let's talk about Netflix. Netflix breakdown on earnings. It just bounced from 331 and made it to 366, I think. And it's inside the candle. So if you see that it break out the 366 levels, get long because this is probably gonna go back to 400. But if we break down the lowest, the 331, this is gonna definitely go to the 300 level. So this is another one that I'm gonna keep watching and keep day trading. Now let's talk about TNA. TNA, as you can see here, we bounced, but we didn't hold the 59 or 60 level Fibonacci, and that's a lot of concern since we can easily go down, and this was gonna be a dead cat bounce if we didn't go back about 60 Monday. So this is bearish. It's still bearish. So if you got long right here, be careful. If we go below Friday's low, which is 55.61, we're gonna go down to 51, probably break down the level and go to 45. Now let's talk about the VIX. We entered the VIX around 31 level, 31 Fibonacci, and we got puts, but I closed it Friday. Since this is not out of the woods, I think it's gonna make higher highs, and a close below 18. That's the level I'm watching to get long everywhere. It's gonna be, if the spider made it about the 200 simple moving average, I'm sure the VIX is gonna be down below 18, and that's gonna be my signal to go long. But it's still about 20, and I think we can go higher. And if we break out the 31.42 level, get long because this is gonna go to 43, 44, probably make a higher highs to the 50s. So this is everything for today. Trade those levels, write down your levels, use your stop, trade on.